Our topic is occurrence of metal, class 10th. Let us see how do metals occur in nature. Earth's crust is the major source of metals, while some metals are present in the sea water also in the form of dissolved salts like sodium chloride, magnesium chloride, etc. Let us learn how these metals exist in nature. Basically, they are existing in two states, free state and combined state. In free state, the metal exists in its native form as elements. मतलब जैसी वो है वो वैसी ही exist कर रही है as it is. For example, here platinum and gold are the metals that exist in free state. कंबाइंड स्टेट का मतलब है कि ऐसी मेटल्स जो कि किसी और नॉन मेटल के साथ रिएक्ट करके एक कंपाउंड बना लेती हैं और कंपाउंड की फॉर्म में एग्जिस्ट करती हैं. जनरली हमने देखा है कि मेटल्स सल्फाइड बना लेती हैं, कार्बोनेट्स बना लेती हैं या फिर ऑक्साइड्स बना लेती हैं. अब ये कैसे डिसाइड करें कि कौन सी मेटल फ्री स्टेट में है, कौन सी कंबाइंड स्टेट में है, इसको याद रखने के लिए हम रिएक्टिविटी सीरीज अपनी याद रखेंगे. सो एज पर द रिएक्टिविटी सीरीज, द मेटल लाइंग एट द टॉप of the reactivity series, which are highly reactive metals like sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, these all occur in the combined state. Similarly, the moderately reactive metals like zinc, iron, nickel, etc. also lie in the combined form. Whereas the metals at the bottom of the reactivity series like platinum and gold, which are least reactive, they occur in free state, means they do not combine with any other non-metal to form a new compound. जैसी वो है वैसी ही exist करती हैं. कुछ स्पेशल मेटल्स हैं जैसे कि कॉपर और सिल्वर. दे आर लेस रिएक्टिव देन ऑल दीज, लाइंग जस्ट बिलो द हाइड्रोजन, और ये दोनों ही तरह से एग्जिस्ट करते हैं. कुछ जगहों पर ये फ्रीली एज कॉपर एंड सिल्वर एग्जिस्ट करती हैं, कहीं कहीं पे ये कॉपर के ऑक्साइड्स या कॉपर के सल्फाइड्स बना के एग्जिस्ट करती हैं. सिमिलरली फॉर silver. So to remember the states, we need to remember the reactivity series. Now let us learn what are the sources of metals. कि metals हमें मिलती कहाँ से हैं. Earth's crust में होती हैं अपने नेचुरल फॉर्म में, चाहे फ्री फॉर्म में, चाहे कंबाइंड फॉर्म में. सो जिस तरह से वो हमें उसके नेचुरल फॉर्म में मिलती है हम बोलते हैं उसे मिनरल. So the compounds of metals naturally occurring in the Earth's crust are called as minerals. अब ऑफ कोर्स मिनरल्स को जब हम एक्सट्रैक्ट करते हैं, माइन करते हैं, तो उसके साथ बहुत सारे डस्ट पार्टिकल्स, रॉक, क्ले, इम्प्यूरिटीज आती हैं. उन सारे अनवांटेड इम्प्यूरिटीज को हम बोलते हैं गैंग. नाउ व्हाट इज एन ओर? अब ये ज़रूरी नहीं है कि हर मिनरल से हम प्रॉफिटेबली मेटल को एक्सट्रैक्ट कर पाएँ. कुछ ही ऐसे मिनरल्स हैं जिससे कि बिना लॉस के हम अपनी मेटल को एक्सट्रैक्ट कर पाएँ, क्योंकि एक्सट्रैक्ट करना लॉन्ग प्रोसेस है. उसमें से हमें ज्ञान हटाना पड़ेगा, उसमें से हमें एक्स्ट्रा कंपाउंड्स हटाने पड़ेंगे, उनको रिफाइन करना पड़ेगा. तो एक ऐसा मिनरल जिससे हम ये सारी चीज़ें करने के बाद प्रॉफिट कमा पाए, प्रॉफिटेबली मेटल को एक्सट्रैक्ट कर पाएँ, उसे हम कहते हैं ओर. सो ओर इज द मिनरल फ्रॉम विच अ मेटल कैन बी एक्सट्रैक्टेड profitably. Let us quickly look at some of the metal ores. Sodium generally exists as an ore named as sodium chloride (NaCl). कॉपर ज़्यादातर सल्फाइड बनाता है या ऑक्साइड बनाता है. इसके दो ओर्स हो गए, कॉपर सल्फाइड एंड कॉपर ऑक्साइड. जिंक reacts with carbon to form zinc carbonate, which is the ore of zinc from which the metal can be extracted profitably. Similarly for mercury, ore called mercury sulfide, or we also call it as cinnabar, is a very profitable ore to extract mercury. तो हमें ये जानना ज़रूरी है कि सारे ores तो minerals होते हैं, but all minerals are not ores. सिर्फ वही minerals ore कहलाते हैं जिसमें से हम profitably metal को extract कर पाएं. Next topic is metallurgical processes. Metallurgy is the process of extraction of metals from its ore and then refining of the same for its usage. It involves three major steps. First is the enrichment or concentration of ore. Second is extraction of metal from its concentrated ore. Third is refining of the impure metal. Let us take them stepwise, one by one in detail. Enrichment of ore. Whenever the ores are mined, it has a lot of impurities like clay, sand, dust, etc. So our first step is to remove all those gangs from the ore and make it concentrated or enriched with the metal. So after these impurities are removed, the concentration of metal increases inside the ore. That is, the ore is said to be enriched in metal. Now there are various techniques that are applied for enrichment of ore and they depend upon two things. First is the nature of ore and the impurities, or basically you can say the difference in the physical and the chemical properties of the ore and the impurities. मतलब अगर हम देखें ग्रेविटी सेपरेशन इज वन ऑफ द मेथड्स. इसमें हम उन ओर्स को लगाते हैं, यूज करते हैं जिनके या तो ओर्स के पार्टिकल्स हैवी हैं इम्प्यूरिटीज से या फिर इम्प्यूरिटीज के पार्टिकल्स हैवी हैं ओर से. हम क्या करते हैं, वी क्रश द ओर इनटू वेरी वेरी फाइन पाउडर एंड देन hydraulic washing is done. A speed of water is sprinkled on it with a very high speed. जो heavy particles हैं वो अलग settle down हो जाते हैं, जो lighter impurities हैं वो अलग settle down हो जाती हैं. इसी तरह से electromagnetic separation, ये enrichment process हम तब use करते हैं जब हमें पता है कि एक पर्टिकुलर या तो इम्प्यूरिटी या फिर और किसी एक के अंदर मैग्नेटिक प्रॉपर्टीज है. मतलब कि कोई ऐसा और जो मैग्नेटिक हो और जिसकी इम्प्यूरिटीज नॉन मैग्नेटिक हो. तो हम इस केस में क्या करते हैं, एक इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक रोलर एक ट्रे के ऊपर पूरा पाउडर्ड और को सेटल कर देते हैं और उसके बाद उस रोलर को मूव करते हैं. तो फॉर एग्जांपल आयरन ओर, क्योंकि वो अट्रैक्ट होता है मैग्नेट से तो वो सेपरेट आउट हो जाता है इससे अपनी इम्प्यूरिटीज से. सो these are various techniques that depend upon the nature of ore and the impurities. Let us start with the second step in the process of metallurgy, which is extraction of metal from its concentrated ore. Now, there are various methods that can be used for extraction of metal from its ores. It depends upon the nature of the metals. So, the reactivity of the metal determines which is the best method that can be applicable for its extraction. We have categorized metals into three categories: highly reactive metal, moderately reactive metal, and the least reactive metal. Let us start with the extraction of metals that are lying at the bottom of the reactivity series. Most of the metals at the bottom like mercury, copper, etc. are present in their sulfide ores and we try to reduce them by a process called roasting, which is nothing but process of heating in the presence of excess oxygen. So what happens here, this is an ore of mercury which is called as cinnabar, mercuric sulfide. So what we do, we try to burn it in the presence of excess oxygen. On heating, this sulfide ore gets converted into metal oxide, that is HgO, and sulfur dioxide is released. So this process of conversion of sulfide ore or sulfide into metal oxide on heating in the presence of excess oxygen is called as roasting. Now what has happened? From metal sulfide we have got metal oxide. Next step is to reduce this metal oxide, means to eliminate this oxygen from here to get mercury. So we again heat it in the presence of at very high temperature and the mercury is available in melted form. Oxygen gets separated from it by the process of reduction. So this is how we are able to extract mercury from its ore of Cinnabar. Now this mercury is further sent to step number 3 for purification of metal, of which we will discuss later on. Let us start with the extraction of metals that are lying at the middle of the activity series. Now these moderately reactive metals exist in either carbonate ores or sulfide ores. Means these metals combine to form either metal sulfide or metal carbonate. So it is important to first remove them and form metal oxide from them. See, it is very difficult to reduce the metal from its carbonate ore and sulfide ore directly. So first they are reduced to oxygen ores, and then further they are reduced into metals. Let us see how. Let us take an example of zinc. Zinc exists in the form of zinc sulfide. So what are we doing with the sulfide ore? Same process that we are following here, that is roasting. So we are heating zinc sulfide in the presence of excessive oxygen, and it gets converted into zinc oxide, and sulfur dioxide is released from there. Similarly, zinc also exists in the form of its carbonate as zinc carbonate. A special method called calcination is used here. What is the difference here? Zinc carbonate is heated in the absence of oxygen. So what is happening? The major difference between roasting and calcination is that in roasting, the oxide, zinc sulfide or any metal sulfide is treated in the presence of air or a lot of oxygen to convert it into metal oxide. But in case of calcination, metal carbonate is heated strongly in the absence of air or oxygen, and it gets converted into metal oxide. So for zinc carbonate, carbon dioxide gets separated. So now, after forming the oxides of the metal, the next step is to reduce them, that is to remove oxygen from them. So various methods are applied for the same. For example, in case of zinc oxide, carbon is made to react with it, which acts as a reducing agent, gets combined with the oxygen, and we get the zinc metal. Similarly, some displacement reactions can also be used. Instead of using certain reducing agents like carbon, displacement reaction will also fulfill our work. How? For example, manganese oxide, when it reacts with aluminium, what is happening? Aluminium is more reactive than manganese, so it will displace manganese from its oxide, and it will form aluminium oxide, plus a lot of heat energy is released from this reaction, because what is happening? Highly reactive metal displaces a lesser reactive metal from its salt solution. Now there is a special reaction called as thermite reaction. What is happening here? Iron oxide is made to react with aluminium. Again, displacement happens here. Displacement of iron, because aluminium is more reactive than iron. So aluminium combines with its oxide to form aluminium oxide, and iron is separated or displaced. Plus, what is important here? A lot of heat energy is released. It's a highly exothermic reaction. So this heat energy that is coming out from here is often utilized in joining of the railway tracks or welding the cracks in the machinery, etc. So this is how the moderately reactive metals are converted into the metal form and then sent further for purification or refining. Let's begin with extraction of metals at the top of the activity series. Firstly, we need to remember that these metals cannot be obtained by reduction into oxides, which were possible for moderately and least reactive metals. What was happening there? We were converting them into oxides, and then on further heating or using any kind of agent like carbon or aluminium, we were reducing them into a metal. But this process will not work out here, because these highly reactive metals cannot be reduced with the elements like carbon, because they have high affinity for oxygen. So oxides And metals have a very strong relationship which cannot be broken down by reacting with some reducing agents like carbon or aluminium. So a process called electrolytic reduction is used to separate the metals at this step. Let's talk about sodium chloride. What happens in this process? We heat sodium chloride and sodium and chlorine are now in melted form. Now we are passing electricity through it. After passing electricity, the sodium disintegrates into sodium ions, move towards the cathode, which is the negative electrode, and chlorine ions move towards the anode, which is the positive electrode. So at cathode, what reaction is taking place? When sodium ions are reacting with the electrons that are provided by the electric current, they combine with the electrons which they take from the electricity that is passed through them and get reduced into sodium metal. Similarly, at anode, chlorine, which is a liquid ion, gets oxidized to form chlorine gas. We also call it as chlorine atom as it loses some electrons. Now chlorine then gets combined with other chlorine atoms to form chlorine gas. So in this manner, at the cathode the sodium metal is found and at the anode the chlorine gas is liberated, and from sodium chloride we are able to reduce sodium metal, and then further it is sent for purification or refining.